Sag, this is Just with your February 15th to the 28th, 2018 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Sag, we do know that the theme last reading, the first 2 weeks, there was a theme of you guys trying to figure out exactly, what is your place? What's this thing that you want to do? There's a change you want to make. You're not sure what it is. Some of you in the past coming into this present, there has been some aloneness, really going within, trying to counsel yourself. And at one point you were in this place of again, feeling very despondent, very much in deep thought and deep counsel. Some of you have come out of that, and some of you have gotten in a happier place, in a more positive, uplifting, upbeat sort of a place. So that's pretty good. However, there's still this unclearness about how do you get to a place where you have financial wealth and security, okay? And some of you could be waiting on money. You feel like you're just buying your time. You're trying to wait and see exactly how long it's going to take, when you can get this money in, because you would like the burdens that you're carrying around to just kind of go away and die off. Some of you are trying to decide, what do I do with my money? Do I invest? How much of my money am I investing? Some of you could have recently invested a certain amount of money, and there's going to be a change. Okay. So now that you've invested this money, I do see that there's now almost like a burden. Okay, if you've put a certain amount of money in, if you've taken a risk and started something new or invested the money to some extent, there's a situation where now you feel burdened by now having made this step and this change. However, I do feel like the reality is that in time, and you've got to be patient, because I do feel like there's a specific time, there's a timing situation here that things will come about. Okay, you're a bit restricted right now, so whatever you've put in, you're not going to see it right here, right now. But I feel like it could be within the next 3 months, the month of March. You will find gains. There will be gains here, okay, for you. So as far as money that you're waiting for, I feel like the money will come into you. It will be, again, like I said, at a specific time. Things will start to work out. I'm getting more if it's not in March, it'll be in May. Okay. I'm getting around Taurus time. So the next time that we have a Earth energy, which will be Taurus. So around late April, early May, but I'm getting more May, is when you'll start to get to this place of oh, here it is. Now I see my financial wealth. But until that time, I feel like you guys are going to feel, it's going to be a lot of burden on you until you get to this place. So again, if you put money out, just be patient. I do see in the foundation, there is this aspect of some form of decision, choice that's been made. Commitment will lead you to a place of abundance. It will take time. For some of you, it may take up to 3 years before you get to this actual finite place of wow. It may take a full year cycle before you get to this place of okay, I'm here. I've accomplished what I'm looking to accomplish. In the second week, so that being said, in the second week, I feel like there's going to be you being able, some monies is going to come in if financials are the issue here. As far as you trying to figure out when is this going to come, or because I see that there's something for some of you that you're not really clear about. In the second week, you're going to get clear. Okay. Although it's not going to put you in a place exactly where you want to be, but I feel like you'll get a little bit more understanding about a situation. I do see some of you kind of either deciding to disconnect from a job or something that you had originally connected to. You may be disconnecting, or you may be graduating. So something is coming to an end. Something is at its final stage. Now, financially, I feel like a lot of you guys are in this stage where you need to be a little bit more practical. I feel that a lot of you will be taking on more of an abundant way. So in the next 3 months, because you guys have all higher pinnacle cards, once again, there is some waiting for money or waiting to see how something is going to pay off long term, as I said. However, and you may have went in really small at first, put a little bit in, and then you went all in with the situation. And I don't feel like you're telling anyone. If you've made some form of an investment within yourself, within others, It's not within others. It's for yourself. I don't feel like you've told anyone, and this could be a bit burdensome to you. Okay, but I just explained to you how that could possibly play out. Now, um, as far as your finances is concerned, as I said, I feel like a lot of you need to take on more of a Queen of Pentacles aspect. If you take that role on now, once you get into the month of May, I feel like you will have graduated to some extent as far as like how you want to move forward in investing in self and how you're handling money. Okay. There's some form of a lesson here is what I'm saying as far as it relates to how you're handling your money. And what risks you need to take and be a little bit more conservative as you go forward. But I feel like, again, there will be some form of reward coming. And if it's not you, you will see that it has something to do with a mother figure, someone in your life that's a bit prominent, but there is like this upswing, things happening. Now, again, it's not in your spread. That means, but it is the advice. Okay. So the advice is you've got to allow the time for things to happen. I feel for you guys, it'll be more, like I said, in the month of May. Sorry to keep repeating myself and saying the same thing. Now, some of you may be trying to make a decision because you're not sure if you're pregnant. I do see that. So you guys better be careful if you are in this place where you could be pregnant. I do kind of see that. If that's the case, then it will be, you may feel like it's a bit inconvenienced because you have school, you have so many other things going on. So you may have to stop school. It's something I do feel like you have to kind of stop because now this is happening. Okay. And you could have been carrying around this burden for quite some time, not telling anyone that you're pregnant, trying to wait to find out, am I really pregnant? Well, what am I going to do with this pregnancy? You could be very much almost going into your second month and you still haven't decided what you're going to do as far as the pregnancy is concerned. Okay. Go to your mother. Your mother would be a great, if your mother's still here, or a mother figure would be a great sounding board for you to kind of lay your burdens down and to give you very sound and practical advice. If you may also be battling with it because your mate or the person that you've created a child with is being unresponsive to some extent, maybe a bit cold, detached. So that may also give you a pause to some extent. But I feel like you guys will definitely get to understanding by the end of the month. Yes, by the end of the month, I feel like you guys are going to get to a better understanding as this relates to your decision. And it may be a no-brainer, like, yes, I'm going to have my baby, that sort of thing. And this would be such a great healing. You may have, well, wait a minute. No, that's not true. Because I was getting ready to say something, but I'm very going to say it. You may have, if you have your child, you may have a child that has some aspect of Aquarius in them. Moon in Aquarius, rising in Aquarius, Uranus is very prominent. But I do see that there's some form of a healing. You could be giving birth to a star, someone that's going to literally be a star. So if for whatever it's worth, if this is your situation, there will be this aspect of, like I said, healing that comes with a situation and a circumstance. There will be healing. Okay. For you guys who are struggling with a pregnancy decision. Now, let's get into love. There looks to be, things were not going so well in the past in your love life for some of you. Things have recently gotten better. Okay. You're still not sure. It's just it's just that weird stuff like, yeah, everybody says sorry and it's okay. But it's just still that gray area. You still feel to some extent as if it's like, do I really want to just go at it by myself? Or, you still have this mentality of like, you're not in a relationship and I'm going to tackle this first. For those of you that's in a relationship, some of you are feeling like, I don't know. I don't know if I should just be by myself and should just leave the situation alone. Because it's just this element of like, you feel like the person you're with is hiding something. They may feel like you're hiding something. I feel like there's a disconnection here. There may be an element that is being hidden from you. Like someone, like you can't not 100% prove it, but there's something that just seems like it's fishy. And this person is doing things that just does not seem right. And so right now you can't. Like right now it's not for you to know, so you just won't know. Okay. But there's this feeling like something is not right. Even you can't put your finger on it. Don't worry, because as you get to the end of the month, some things are going to be coming out. Some things are going to be coming out. It may not be anything that you can kind of do anything about. Like if it's a financial, situation with your mate, you may not be able to help them because again, you got your money all tied up and stuff, or, you just are not in a position where you can help a person. But I feel like whatever it is that comes out, you may be in a position where you really can't do anything in this moment, but you will know, okay, what it is. But whatever you can't do now, I feel when you get to like the month of May, it's going to be either, for some of you, it's going to be two different seasons. For some of you, it's going to be during Taurus season. So that's the end of April into May. Others of you, it'll be in Virgo season, which is the end of September going into, no, that's not true. The end of August going into September. Those will be your two different seasons that you'll have the opportunity to say, okay, now I can move, or now I'm going to detach and that sort of thing. Now, those also might be the times when you could find yourself pregnant. Very significant energies happening around those two time periods. So now others of you, I feel if you're single, you may be, you have to be careful. You may get pregnant. If you're single, I feel that you may feel like you're ready to date again. You're ready to get back out there. You're tired of being kind of alone and to yourself. And I feel like although you may be ready, you may find like I'm going out all the time, but I'm just not meeting anyone. No one's, interested in me. So you may find that, even though you're ready to kind of get out there and you're definitely attracting, you're very attractive at this time. Right now, the energies doesn't speak to there being a love connection because the people are very much busy and focused on other things in their life. So I don't necessarily see you guys like attracting as many people as you normally would. Other people in a relationship, I feel that there is, I get strongly that there could be financial issues. Okay. Financial issues. Now, here's the crazy thing about this situation. Sag ladies, I feel that you guys are doing well and will continue to do well. You don't really even understand, I feel, to the full extent of how good you're going to do. Okay. Because when I'm looking at the aspects of just looking at it from this perspective of the female energy, I feel like, there's going to be a lot more growth upon growth upon growth. Great energy for the ladies out there. And if you just stay practical, save your money, be very conservative and work diligently. Whatever you don't know, don't give it too much energy. Let things come out when they do. I feel like when things do come out, it'll come out at a time when you can't do anything. It's almost like, and again, going back to that star card, there's this element of saving, a protection over you, almost to like guide you in a specific place. Okay, if that makes any sense. And so when things come out that may be able to derail you, it'll almost put you in a position where you can't do anything. Okay. Until it's time. So when it's time, it'll all work out. You'll be ready. So whatever's coming out, you won't pull the trigger prematurely. When you're ready, when you're able to pull the trigger is when you'll be able to, because you're supposed to at that time. Hopefully that makes sense. When it comes to Sag men, I feel like there's more of a struggle. And with Sag ladies, if you have a man in your life, I feel like there's more of a struggle with him. And I feel like his struggle has to do with finances and just feeling like overall he has a lot on his plate. So if you can, mitigate that in some way, definitely do. Because again, I feel like it's for him, it's financial. He may be a really hardworking individual. And I feel that, there may be some changes. Definitely there's going to be some changes going on with him. Okay. There could be some changes going on with this relationship, but yeah, definitely there's some changes going on with him. And if it's not financial, there could be some things that he's really not sharing, like just really hiding things, being very, secretive, and again, not necessarily being very honest about things. And I feel like it's like by omission. It's not just lying. It could just literally be by omission. Like just not telling you things, not revealing things to you, is what I'm getting. But I almost feel like you guys are being protected. And even in spite of all of this that could be happening with that other individual. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys for the 2 weeks of February, the remainder. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you would like to share with us how this relates, please do so in the comment section below. I know that some of you probably could relate, and I would love to hear from you. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach me in the beginning and into this video and in the description box below. And if you are new to this channel, welcome, 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 and subscribe. Hopefully you've been able to kind of stay afloat and follow along as we were able to delve deep into these topics, and subscribe because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Sag.